places as usual, as we kind of usually do. Let me see if I can do that. So yeah, I'm gonna go live on the Facebooks and also on the Facebook group. So let me do that right now. And I want to share with you guys some really cool stuff. All right. So if I can and I don't break anything, I'll try to do that right now. Okay. So here we go. Um, so yeah, let me share this on the good old Facebook group. And if you're not part of the Facebook group, I suggest that you join. It's free. It's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. It's called Digital Marketing. It's called Digital Marketing Strategies for Entrepreneurs. If I can, talk and type and, share this stuff and everything at once. So anyways, here we go. I hope that you guys are amazingly well. Yeah, we're good. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, guys, welcome to the live stream, and I want to share with you guys some really cool stuff. All right, because the reality is that I see a lot of people like you going at this point in time. You're going with all of these New Year's resolutions and whatnot, and this is a question that I get a lot actually. And first off, let me tell you something I want to clear off right off the bat is that I am not a financial advisor. I am nothing at all qualified to give any type of financial advice whatsoever. Okay, so have that in mind. That's not how I am. I'm a digital marketer. I'm a consultant. I'm an ads consultant. If you give me an ad, if you want me to review an ad, come to the Facebook group, post it there. I'll do that for you. But I will not tell you what to do with your money because I'm not qualified for that. All right. So I hope that makes sense. Now, with that being said, I want to kind of make the comparison between what would happen when you start growing your business, you start getting some cash flow in, you start making some money. What happens with that money, right? Where do you invest it back? And the reality is that I get that a lot, and I think about this a lot, and I used to think about this a lot in terms of, okay, so I'm making some money right now. Where do I invest it? Where do I put it? Where do I save it? And again, I'm not an investment advisor, so don't pay attention to what I'm about to say. Okay? Got it? Cool. So let me share my screen with you guys real quick. I want to actually share with you guys some results because results speak for themselves. So here's on the good old Photoshop. We're here and look at this fancy thing. So here we are. And this is for, I show you guys a couple of ad accounts that I manage, and some of them I can show you, some of them I can't, some of them I have to blur my clients' names because I don't want to go ahead and disclose who they are. But the reality is that last month, which is November 2018, we spent, let me do the calculation real quick here. So we spent 82,454 plus 15,122 plus 6,830 plus 29. All right, so we spent $104,000 in advertising. This was November, all right? So if we divided this by, how many days does November have? Let me see this. So November has 30 days. Whoops, come on now. So if we divide this, we spent $3,400, almost $3,500 per day, okay? In advertising in November alone for these clients. So what we did was to spend pretty much $3,500 in ads every day for these clients alone. All right. Now, here's the thing though. We spent this, and let me actually show you what we made back. All right. So we spent this amount of money during November. So this amount of money, and we made during November here. And this is a pretty cool software suite that is called Segmetrics, which is hooked up to Infusionsoft for my client. And we made $415,000 back during November. Now, as you can see, we generated 481 new customers. The average order value for each of these customers was $831. And you see this big peak right here because this is the holiday season. Of course, we presented with an offer, which was funny because my client didn't want to make an offer. He usually doesn't make offers for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and whatnot. And I told him, all right, but why not, right? You're leaving money on the table. Let's make an offer. It's just, a lot of people I used to work with, a couple of clients that they would plan Black Friday and Cyber Monday the entire year because that was like their highest peak sales day or week rather, or month, right? But this was not the case for this client. He would rather, and I think the same way, that he would rather have consistent sales throughout the year. And so he didn't have anything planned out. So we decided to just go ahead and do an upsell for a lot of people that were buying his course. This is a digital info product, a digital product information. We're selling information, which if you think about it, is one of the hardest things to do online, right? But the point is that I kind of convinced him, and we've been talking about what to do for Black Friday, and we had a nice bump in sales. We had, we made $55,000. But if you think about it, we made $55,000 during that period, and so let's say that we made $415 minus $55,000, which is attributed to that day alone. We still made $360,000 out of 104, I think it was. All right, so that is $3 for every dollar that we put in, a little bit more. So we put in $1 in ads and we generated $3 back. Now the good news about this is that this is an info product, and this is only a one product. This is a $997 product. He has a really cool funnel built in, and he reached out to me because he wanted to scale, and we started scaling, and we're doing really, really well in terms of revenue. But the reality is that this is great. This is awesome, right? If you could put like $1 in and take $3 out every day, day in and day out, that would be awesome. And then you're killing it. Like in 30 days, you're killing it, right? But here's what I like to see. This is what I really, really like to see. So let me actually see if I'm clicking the good things. So this is what I like to see right here. This thing right here. So let me make it, I think that I can make it thicker. Okay, for you guys. Okay, so this is what I like to see, and this is also what I really like to see. Okay, so the average order value. So, and here's why. Here's what I really like to see, these two things, because we went out and we convinced somebody that didn't know who we were, that didn't know my client, he didn't know, they didn't know who he was, and we turned that into a buyer. And the reality is that we are paying anywhere between, at this point, if we're making 3 to 1, we're paying anywhere between $300 to $400, anywhere between $250 to $300 per buyer, right? Which is awesome, because if you think about it, we made $831 back on the first month. But that's not the case. The case in point here is that we generated 481, and I'm looking here because I have another monitor here, so I'm looking at you guys there. I have my other monitor here, so this is why you're looking, you're seeing like that. But we generated 481 customers for this company. Now, what that means is that those buyers can buy from him pretty much till the end of times. Right? Until money is not a thing anymore, they can buy from my customer, because a buyer is a buyer is a buyer, in the words of the great Dan Kennedy. So this is what I really like to see, because at this point, we're focusing on turning a profit, of course, right? And some people will go ahead and say, well, but right now, if I'm spending $1, I'm making $10 back. And that is awesome, but I'm mostly focused on these, on what's sustainable about this. If we were making, if we were like, and these are really big audiences. These are audiences within Facebook in the millions, all right? So we have a lot of room still to grow. But the point is that you will see a lot of people saying, well, we put $1 in, we take $10 out, but they're targeting a really small micro audience, so that's not sustainable. I'm all about sustainability when it comes to business, and even for the businesses online, right? We're too focused on turning a profit immediately, turning a profit in 30 days, the most profitable, the better. And I do agree with that statement, but the reality is that the money is being made on the long term. Now, one of the things that we deployed when I jumped on this project was an upsell. He wasn't like selling anything else. He was selling the $997 product. And then we started deploying a $5,000 product, right? Which is sold on the back end. So if you think about it, we're growing this company at a really fast pace, because we generated 481 customers, new customers, during November alone. And we increased, we made like $3 out of every dollar that we spent. So if you think about it, that's pretty cool. Now, think about this for a minute, because everything started with the premise of, what do I invest my money whenever I'm making some money, right? You're getting out, you're putting out there some sales, you're seeing the momentum growing. I think that the hardest part for any business is to, have an idea, to turn that into a proven product or service that people actually want to buy. So that is like the hardest thing for any type of business out there. But once you go through that, now the question becomes, all right, what do I invest the money in? And let's say that you have put, money on the stock market, right? Or in real estate. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I want to make this distinction, because every customer that you're acquiring for your business is an asset. It's like a tiny home, if you would, right? Or stock for a company. If you think about it, and I learned this from Todd Brown, the fact that each customer that you acquire, let's say that you acquire a customer, right? And the penny is a customer. So you acquire a new customer, and each customer that you acquire grows in value through time, provided that you keep on making offers to these customers. So at this point, each customer is worth $800 to us, but maybe 1 year down the road, they will be worth $1,200 or $3,000 or even maybe $10,000. So each customer increases its value as you offer them more stuff. So this is a really important, I think, concept to have in mind, because what we're doing here is to turn advertising dollars, we're going out there with advertising, and turn that into a profit on the 30 days. But my main focus for all of these campaigns that I'm running for clients is to actually get them customers that will increase their value through time, as you would with, when you're buying a real estate property, or when you're going out there and buying a, stock certificate or whatever, even if that's a thing, right now. So you're just buying the electronic thing for the stock. But the main point is that you're acquiring units, which are customers or leads, which will increase their value through time. And I think that this is a hell of an investment, right? I'm not gonna say that, because here's how it works. You spend money on ads when you're starting out. You spend money on ads, and the more money you spend, you make a profit. You put that back into ads, and the money that you're spending, the extra money that you're spending, then it fuels the machine, and then through engagement, through reach and relevance scores and whatnot, it makes things easier. So it kind of snowballs. So I'm saying that we spent 104 in November, and we made whatever $415,000 back, and that's not entirely true. Why? Because we have been spending money before, right? And that money will account for November. So let's say that we spent $1 on October, that will account for money that we made in November. But in October, we also made money, right? So if you think about it, each dollar that you put in an advertising is working for you pretty much forever, right? And the reality is that you can implement this, I'm not saying easily, but it's pretty easy. If you think about it, the biggest investment brokers in the world, or the investment gurus in the world, like Warren Buffett and whatnot, they have like a 20% annual return. Annual. That's a 20% annual, right? Right here we had 100% or 200% ROI monthly. Okay, so we're multiplying capital much faster. Granted, they're doing that with billions of dollars, with making this with hundreds of thousands, which I would take it. Would you take it? I would, right? Okay, so this is something that I want to share with you guys, because it makes me really, really happy to see these kind of results for clients. And if this is something that you want to implement, again, I'm not saying that you're gonna invest $1 on advertising and you're gonna make $3 back. I don't know your business. I don't know who you are. But if you're watching this and you're interested in, me deploying or helping you deploy something similar for your business, go ahead and go to the Growth League, growthleague.net, as it appears on screen right now, okay? Over there, you will see a long-form sales letter. Go ahead and read it, because I'm putting together a really small consulting group for 2019 and beyond. For business owners that they already have some momentum, you need to be generating sales. This is not for newbies. This is not for people that are starting out. This is for people that they have established business and things are going good and they want things to do better, right? Or maybe people that are just struggling to scale their Facebook ads, they're struggling to get more clients through the door and whatnot. I want to help you specifically and hold you by the hand and show you all these strategies and techniques that are allowing me to have these type of results, so that you can implement them for your business. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to, test a million different things. Why? Because I'm out there in the trenches already testing them for you. So go ahead and apply. Again, this is going to be a super tight, super small group, because I want to really be involved into each of these people that apply to this group. And we also we're gonna have a small private community, but we're also gonna have 2 live events where I'm also gonna jump in and walk you through pretty much everything that I've learned after spending millions of dollars on advertising and whatnot. Okay, so go ahead, go to growthleague.net. I think that this is the best time of the year that you could do it. Go ahead and do it now. Apply there, and then you can reach out, and we will reach out to you to schedule a time to talk and see if we're a good fit. If we're a good fit, we'll go ahead and meet twice next year or this year, whenever you're watching this. And then if we're not, that's fine too. All right, so I hope this helps you. If it does, go ahead and share it, and I hope to see you guys really